Hi, and welcome to Conversation with a Chef. I'm Jo Ritty, and I'm so happy to be back chatting to chefs and sharing their stories with you. Today's chat is with Rotem Papo at Golda in Paran. I first spoke to Rotem 3 years ago when he was head chef at L'Hotel Gitan. Since then, he's been head chef at Bar Lourinha, and now he's at Golda, which he co-owns with Adam Faigen of Gramercy social fame. As on the previous occasion, Rotem showed his absolute love of hospitality by offering me a glass of wine and a selection of the baktana, or small bites, which they'd just put on the menu that day. Usually as I write up my conversations, I'm looking out for the gems the chefs say to use as a pull quote to break up the middle of the written version. Rotem came out with so much greatness that the whole transcript should be highlighted. He absolutely loves what he does, and now at Golda, he's finally able to share the food from his childhood with a very lucky Melbourne dining public. Now, you will hear me eating in this, and I'm sorry about that. It's all part of Conversation with a Chef.
Sorry about that.
That's
We're just
okay.
having a lot of things happening.
Oh, of course. Thank you.
You're welcome.
This is Stephanie. She's our
Hi, I'm
Hi,
Jo.
Joe. Nice to
front
meet
house
you.
manager.
So we have our Sagot Chardonnay, Israeli wine. I've just
Israeli
been introduced
wine,
to the wonderful
yeah.
world of Israeli wines today.
Yeah,
actually.
wow, okay.
Coming from just outside of Jerusalem.
Well, let's go all in.
Thanks. I remember the last time I spoke to you,
Yeah.
you offered me wine as well. I'm like, this is the best kind of conversation.
Yeah, that's amazing. Cheers,
Yeah.
guys.
Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers.
What's
We
the
say l'chaim.
L'chaim. And how's it going? You obviously are really busy because it's all happening at once, isn't it?
Yes, it's really crazy.
Yeah.
We started about a month and a half ago,
Yeah.
just doing takeaway and delivery. Because I was too down for my work.
Yeah.
So I was with head chef of Bar Lourinha.
Yes.
Me and Adam, we started, which is my business partner, we started to talk maybe over a year ago about the possibility to open an Israeli restaurant. He had this idea in his mind for a few years, and he was looking for an Israeli chef for quite some time, until he found me through you, actually.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I love that.
yes. So that's like, thank you for that.
Wow,
You made it
okay.
happen. Through conversation with the chef, because he was looking for an Israeli chef, and I popped up over there. So yeah, so then we started speaking then, and we were looking for a venue, but we didn't really find anything at that time, luckily, because now we would be in a total different situation.
Yeah, right.
Then COVID started, and I got stood down from Bar Lourinha. And the hotel is closed at the moment. The Cullen and Gramercy, which is his business, is actually really reliant on that. So with the hotel shut, the restaurant was pretty much shut as well. So we just started talking, and he's like, let's just do something. I'm like, yeah, why not? So with the restrictions then, we will only be able to do delivery and takeaway. So we just started that, and that kind of started going well.
So did you start with the kind of food that you meant to continue with, or was it a different... Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It's not street food, is it?
It's not street food?
No.
Pretty much started with the food that I really love, everything that I really wanted to show in terms of like the food that I grew up on, the food that I'm used to eat at home, the food that I really miss.
Yeah.
And finally I can actually cook it exactly the way that I want it, without trying to alter it to any kind of other cuisine that might fit into it. I'm Israeli, and that's what I do.
Yeah.
So that's really great, and really kind of like just very nice to be able to just like be at home. In that sense.
Because I was reading the Golda website and some other things, and congratulations on such a great good food write-up.
Thanks.
And broadsheet, amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
That it is family food, and it's food that's influenced by your grandmothers.
Yeah.
How easy is it to take that kind of food and put it into a restaurant setting? What do you have to do to make that work?
I think that my training as a chef for all of these years really paid off. In that sense, to actually take these flavors or these ingredients and to be able to put them onto a plate that is kind of like Melbourne, in the sense that people are gonna get it. It's not something that is like too rustic, or let's say, I don't know, too much kind of like too out there, too different. We were able to kind of like take those flavors and implement it in kind of like a Melbourne kind of like restaurant, whatever that means. So that kind of means that, you know, in the way that it looks, and in the way that it feels, in the way that the service is, the wine service, the table service, the plating, and all of these things to actually make it more presentable, more kind of like, more Melbourne. This is something that I say a lot. I'm kind of like, I want this to be really a Melbourne restaurant. I don't want it to be an Israeli restaurant. I want it to be a Melbourne restaurant.
Yeah, right.
So in the sense that people are gonna come here and they're not gonna feel like, I don't know, threatened, or not gonna feel like this is something that I'm not sure if this is for me, because it looks like it's for them, and in the end of the day, what they're getting on their plate is Israeli. And that it's kind of like two things, I think, maybe kind of like balance it for like the Melbourneian diner, to be able for it to be a little more approachable.
Yeah, okay. It's interesting because that you say that, because I just read something on, I think it was SBS Food, and it was a restaurateur, not from Melbourne, but who said like 10 things he wish he'd known when he opened a restaurant, and one of them was don't make the menu before you've got the setting, and
right.
that the setting of and the decor of the restaurant influences the way you do a menu. Would you agree with that, or is that not quite the same for you?
Not really actually. I think that the food that we do,
You could do it anywhere?
we can kind of do it anywhere, in the sense, look, as part of me saying like Melbourne restaurant, I want it to look like that. I want it to look nice. I want it to look elegant. I want it to look modern. I want it to look approachable. I want it to look clean and tidy and just like peaceful, and like I want it to still be that. I think the food kind of aligns to it by the way it's plated, by the way it's presented, by the plating, by the actual plates. This is why we call ourselves modern Israeli, because we're kind of like coming into creating this food in those kind of like flavors, but we're presenting it in a way that is still us, but also like this is still me. I'm not like trying to be anything else.
No, yeah.
Like I love the way that I do it. I don't do it in the purpose to kind of like, I hope people are gonna like it if I do it like this.
No.
This is still something that I really love to do. But yeah, on another element, it's actually making it a bit more approachable, I guess.
Yeah, and it sounds as though, and I didn't know this, and maybe why would I, but that there's lots of maybe not lots, but there's a few different kinds of Israeli food. So I know your business partner had an idea first of all, and now you've kind of got an idea that's come more from your background, and your background is more spicy and Mediterranean. Is that right? And
not really.
What was?
Well, not particularly. What was started? No, you are correct. You are correct. you are correct, but that was not actually. It was more about. So when he approached me, he wanted to do a Jewish restaurant.
Ah, right. Okay.
So the idea in his mind was just to do a Jewish restaurant that will have what we call in Jewish streams. You have Mizrahi and Ashkenazi. So Mizrahi will be like more kind of like the Eastern part of the world the Jews are coming from. It can be Morocco and Algeria, Turkey, Iraq, Iran. Pretty much Middle Eastern places, more Arabic countries. So they will bring their own kind of food that is like much more spicy, more kind of like really impacted on the flavor. Like everything is kind of like a bit more oily and really a bit more rich in the flavor. And Ashkenazi Jews are coming from food that is more from Eastern Europe. So it's like Germany and Poland and Austria. So that type of food, it's like schnitzel, strudel, all kind of like dishes like this. And Jews as well, with the restrictions that they have with kosher food, they will alter it to their kind of way. It's like one of their best examples is with Eastern Jews, Eastern European Jews that are coming from Germany. So with the Ashkenazi cuisine, there's something called schmaltz. So this is particularly chicken fat. So they were really jealous of like the pork fat that all of the non-Jewish people that are having it all around them. So they, in that sense, created something that that they can actually have, and we kind of like have like the same impact in this way. So that like created a whole different cuisine. So that was this idea, really, to just like create that. Where I came from, I'm just like, this is wider for me because I can see it as Israeli. So Israeli cuisine encases all of that, plus being in the Middle East, plus getting all of the other food that is actually, originated, not originated, but kind of like developed as to be an Israeli cuisine. A lot of people are gonna say actually that Israeli cuisine they don't really know what it is. And I think in the sense it's the same as Australian cuisine. Nobody really knows to like point and be like, this is an Australian dish or this is an Israeli dish. Israel, in the same sense as Australia, is a melting pot of cultures.
Right.
So it's a lot of Jews coming from all over the world, plus Arabs that are living in Israel as well. They're bringing their influence as well. So many cultures bringing their own food, and these kind of things are developed as well in Israel. I mean, Israelis kind of define falafel as to be like the national dish, but Egyptian will say, no, this is ours, and Lebanese will say, no, it's ours,
Yes.
And for me, it's everything.
That makes it easy to keep on changing your menu, doesn't it? You've got so much to choose from.
I'm just going to give us a little bit of taste. Me talking and talking.
Yeah.
I feel like to get the flavor will be much easier.
I think you are always spot on with hospitality, aren't you? You really are hospitable.
This is really the Israeli way.
Beautiful.
The Israeli way is when someone is coming to your house, you just welcome them and do whatever you can for them to make it to feel comfortable.
So what have you got here?
So this is a new section on the menu that we are actually opening from tonight. We wanted to actually open full a la carte, but with the restrictions actually delaying.
Yes.
So this is the set menu that we do at the moment, and this is a new section that we open now, just for like drinkers. So this is what we call baktana. Baktana means kind of like little or like small. It's also kind of like a slang to just say like no worries. It's like, oh, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So baktana or small bites. So we have. There's another one that I'm missing. So it's a sambusak. So it's corn and rockling pastry, really, deep fried, and it's with a yogurt deal. It's the Iraqi version of a samosa.
Okay.
So you'll have the sambusak that is from Iraq. You have the sambusak that is from Egypt. You'll have samosa from India. You have sambusa from Ethiopia. So everyone is doing this kind of like same kind of thing. But the sambusak is something that is really like you find it in Israel as something quite Israeli.
Okay.
I'm just missing another dish.
And what was the word I read in the broadsheet article about when your table was covered in
so
feast?
Liftach shulchan. Sorry for all of the chuch. But that's liftach shulchan. Yeah. So to open a table, this is the thing as well about like hospitality. When people come into your place, to your house, and you just like get a lot of different things on the table and really make them feel like you're so welcome. So we have that, and. Yeah, go for it. Go for it. And then we have the za'atar cured salmon, so kind of like gravlax, but it's cured with za'atar. Za'atar is a Syrian oregano. Syrian oregano, and it's kind of like a mix of spices with like sumac and sesame seeds. So that's just on a crispy pretzel, and just finished with some olive oil. And labna as well. We have our mini pita with falafel.
Wow.
So just a mini pita that we bake. We make everything here. So mini pita, house-made falafel, amba aioli. Amba is a fermented mango sauce, also coming from Iraq, India. That kind of flavors. It has like curry powder and fenugreek, and just some Israeli pickles in there as well. And then we have the falafel. We said the kubeniya. So kubeniya is a lamb tartare. It's the Lebanese version of a lamb tartare, or a tartare with lamb. It has burgul in it, and we made like a date and pistachio salsa, and they're just sitting between two potato crisps. And our chicken shishlik. So chicken on skewer that is marinated with spices, then just sitting on a lentils and tahini puree, and just finished with some pickled red cabbage.
Beautiful. Wow.
Yeah. So that's just starting from today.
That's great.
Yeah.
And people will love that. Because I always love the idea of a set menu. I feel like, when I was in France, which was a long time ago,
Yeah.
you just went to a place and and the chef you just had the set menu. I suppose you've got choices between things, have you? Or no? Or it's as it comes out?
You would think so.
But I think people are more, people are
They get
more ready
everything.
for that now, I think. And it's
Yeah.
nice just to go and let the chef feed you. I love that.
Yeah, we started with this because of the corona
Yeah.
restrictions, but also this is a great way for us to get people to see everything.
Yeah.
So starting here with all of the what we call salatin, or salads, so it's like a whole range of like different dips and salads and different kind of like flavors. That's kind of like how we want to start a meal in Israel or in my family. So yeah, lots of different kind of like flavors and things.
Yeah.
So we fill up the table with this. לפתוח שולחן, yeah. And then after they finish this, and this is also coming to them with a laffa bread,
Oh, wow.
which is kind of like a soft and fluffy flatbread that we make here as well. They finish this, and then we fill the table again with the mains, the slow cooked snappa.
So fish and then meat.
Yeah.
And you've got a special dessert as well. Is it the cream?
Yeah, so malabi. So it's a traditional Middle Eastern dessert. So it's cream that is thickened with corn flour. And then the normal kind of syrup that we do in Israel is like a simple syrup with rose flour and a red color dye. That's kind of like the classic. I don't use dyes.
No.
So
how have you got that color? Have you got the same color? Is it?
No, so I've done an orange color, just with citrus, so just with orange, cardamom and orange blossom and honey, and just reduce that a little bit for that syrup, and then just finish with some toasted coconut.
So your ideas come from your food and what you miss,
Yeah.
what you've been missing. But how do you get from that idea through to these? I mean, do you also having to read widely, or is it just these are all ideas that are in your head, or how is it?
It's in my head. There's a lot of different things. Like it can be in my head. It can be something that I might have thought about like ages ago as well. It can be something that I kind of like going through a book and ideas were just gonna come. Just everything, like life, like everything. I can read a cooking book, I can see online, I can have something that I want to recreate that flavor that I had in my childhood. A lot of different things. I think if you just go for like one element of how you kind of like process your dishes, it's very limited. So you kind of need to have more of a spectrum of how you actually get into a dish, because there's a lot of different influences that you can actually get. To actually get a final product.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And so when I spoke to you last, you mentioned about having done your military service and being in the Navy and so on, which meant that that when you decided to become a chef,
Yeah.
you felt older than other chefs.
Yeah.
But you've really caught up now, haven't you? Don't you reckon?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess. I still have a lot to learn.
Yeah.
And any chef that thinks that they know everything is never going to be a great chef.
Yeah.
So if you come to a point that you think that you don't need to learn anything, you're definitely stagnant. Yes, I'm doing well, or yes, I really want to do well, but I'm never going to be relaxed about it and be like, oh yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
I'm always pushing,
Yeah.
always wanting to be better. I always want to get other ideas. I'm always in a constant chase to just like more and more and more and more. I'm
Yeah.
never kind of like, oh, this is great. Oh, cool. So now I can.
Hello, good thanks.
This is
you.
Adam, my partner.
Hi Adam, I'm Jo Ritty from Conversation with the Chef.
Okay, right.
She is our founder.
You did right. Tell you how I found him.
Yes, I love that. I'm so excited
Yeah,
about
no,
it.
it was great. I went through every single one looking for somebody.
Wow.
Yeah, I spent many months looking, but I found that was how I found Rotem. The funny thing was, he was working 200 metres down the road the whole time.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
I know. It's amazing.
Yeah, so thanks for that.
But no,
No, really,
my absolute pleasure.
You're a key person without even knowing
I know,
it.
I unwittingly. Yeah. I wanted to ask you about the name Golda. Is it named after the Prime Minister or?
That's all you.
Thanks, mate.
Go for it.
No, it was, I guess like it wasn't named after her directly. Like I wanted a name that, as someone Jewish or Israeli, they could make a connection with that being like having a Jewish-Israeli connection. But as someone non-Jewish, they wouldn't necessarily, like a lot of restaurants might have Israeli names or you know, something really obviously Jewish. And I didn't want that. I wanted, the whole thing about Golda is connecting with beyond just our own community.
Yeah.
And the other thing is that Golda was always like about our grandmothers. You know, and that was sort of where, I guess, coming from the food that we grown up on. And so Golda is a female name. So I guess it represents anyone's grandmother.
Yeah.
In one respect. So yeah, I think it would work really well as a female name. It was a sort of, it sounded good as well, obviously. And
Yeah.
I see this the same as well. It's like it's kind of like in case it's all about grandmothers in this name.
It's funny because we had someone in last night and he goes, older guys, he was like maybe 70, he's like, oh, my grandmother's name was Golda.
Yeah, beautiful.
And it's not the first time we've heard that, you know. So it's the name's been really good for us.
Yeah.
I think people have really resonated with it. And yeah, so that was the story. But
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny when we first like started talking pretty seriously, and we just saw that our backgrounds are actually pretty similar in the sense that, well, I'm from Israel and he's from Australia, but our kind of like the food that we grew up on, and kind of like the different cultures that we had from like both sides of our families, really made kind of like our
we're both got that mix of East and West. Like Rotem's Bulgarian and Moroccan, and my family were Iraqi and Polish.
Yeah, right.
So we both got in the Jewish world. There's really two regional types of Jews. There's the Ashkenazis, which are the Eastern European, and there's the Sephardi, which you explain that with. And so we come half and half. And it's rare though, because in Melbourne, 95% of the community are Ashkenazis, they're European Jews. And the food that we're cooking, for us, it's a normal food. You know, but for people coming in, it's like, oh my God, they haven't eaten like this. But this is for us is the stuff that we grew up on every day. You know, so it's so natural for us to be cooking it. Yeah, everyone's so excited by it.
Yes.
And it's well executed, obviously.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, I think it's like for us, it's just the food that we've grown up on, and it's funny that no one's really, for us it feels like, it's good because there's a niche. But for us, it's sort of pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, congratulations.
Good. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, lovely to meet
You're
you
gonna
as
come in
well.
for- you got, hopefully
I
you're
know,
gonna
I've
get a small taste.
A small
And
taste.
you're gonna be
It's making me want to come back.
for a big feast.
And this wine is so delicious.
Yeah, so we're
Israeli
having
wine.
the Israeli wine as well.
Great. Is that the Jerusalem?
Jerusalem
Not
wine.
many wine. You hopefully can taste it.
Oh, yeah.
Taste the hills and taste the soil.
It's beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're looking for some Israeli wine, but not like good Israeli wine. And we met a supplier who gave us some beautiful wine. So we want to showcase some of the things that go well with the food.
Yeah, we really want to show like what we are really proud of, you know. Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
There's so many things in Israel and in the Jewish community that's
Yeah.
not really shown in the way that they should be. So yeah.
Yeah. So just to get back to you, feeling more confident but always wanting to learn more, and I think it sounds like you've got some quite high standards for yourself. How does that translate when you're trying to tell your team what you want?
Exactly the same. So I will push them in the same way that I will push myself. I expect for anybody that is working with me to just push themselves in the same way, and that's what I do. I just surround myself with people that are like that as well. I say to every single chef that I hire that attitude is the most important thing for me. If you have a good attitude, then I can work with you. I work with a lot of different people, and when I finally got the chance, to actually be able to choose, then it was very important for me to have people that really have high standards of themselves, of the food that they present, of their career. I don't want chefs that look at being a chef as a job. I want chefs looking at being a chef as their identity, as their career, as something they are proud of, as something that they want to grow, to develop, to be better. Because I'm like that, and I want everybody else around me to be the same as well.
Yeah.
Because in this way we'll be able to present really good food, and also we can have fun doing it as well in the sense, because everybody in the end of the day just like really pushing, and yeah, it's just so much easier as well to just get to results because everybody just like on board. They really want to do well, and yeah.
Do you feel nervous in the kitchen when you're in the middle of service and it's really busy, or is it just is it a joy, or is it somewhere between the two?
I will be more nervous before service starts,
Okay.
and when service starts, I'm more kind of like cool, calm, and collected.
Yeah.
So it's the anticipation is the thing that I'm kind of like always kind of like worry about. But when things are happening, I'm like really in it, and yeah, really cool, calm, and collected. Like I really hate saying good things about myself. I think I'm a good manager.
Yeah.
So in that sense, yeah.
Yeah. This is so delicious. It's so soft and
Yeah. I like my falafel like this. So I like it crispy on the outside, soft on the inside. So it's kind of like, yeah, like there's a lot of falafel that is like grainy and stuff.
and dry.
And
Yeah.
dry, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm glad you like it. Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I can't wait to come back and have all of the food.
Yes.
So this is. Thank you for.
Yeah. Thank you for coming.
Wow.
Of course.
You've been listening to Conversation with a Chef. I'm Jo Ritty, and thank you so much for joining me today. If you'd like to read the full transcript of the conversation, you can go to www.conversationwithachef.com or follow me on Instagram so you'll always be up to date with the latest conversation.